Hello, everyone. Welcome to Bayern Now. FC Bayern. Ale, ale, ale. FC Bayern. The ultimate Bayern Munich fan channel. What did I tell you? I believe in this team. I believe in Vincent Kompany, Mega Mind Football. I believe in these boys. If Vincent Kompany told me I was a woman like Bruce Jenner, I would believe him. Like Ted Lasso, believe is what I would do. If Vincent Kompany told me I was left-footed, Lionel Messi, Iron Robin, I shall be. I'm telling you, Vincent Kompany. Oh my gosh. What a tactical domination. Both halves. It was fluid harmony. Oh my gosh. Paris Saint-Germain won, Bayern Munich 2. At their ground, we pulled up to Paris. Upamecano. Oh, Jonathan Tah. Serge Gnabry. What do they all have in common? Like that one Kanye song, In Paris. I'm going to do it. It's in Paris. That's what I'm saying. Fill in the blanks. Oh my gosh. Wow. Oof. The Eiffel Tower is going down tonight. There's been a plane hijack. 9/11 came crashing down. And the damage left over was at the Parc des Princes. That's a crazy one. What am I talking about? Oh my gosh. Boys, you all didn't believe me. You were laughing at me. You were saying I was jinxing the team. You were saying, George, the last time you did a preview like that, we ended up getting smacked up by Barcelona. True, we did get smacked up. But it's PSG. Little cousin, little brother, big bro pulled up, smacked him up. Oh my gosh, you know what Limer was doing to Nuno Mendes? Oh, no. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. That's what Conrad Limer, Aryan Prince, they own. Slavery's back. He owned Nuno Mendes. No more Mendes. That's his new name. No more Mendes. No more Mendes. My gosh. That's a thrift store Alphonso Davies. He got completely cooked tonight by Conrad Limer. Oh my God. Come here, boy. Come here, boy. Oof. FC Bayern Munich 2, PSG 1. Luis Díaz, cartel Neymar. What about? Oh my gosh, he's a big game player. Oh my gosh, he's a big game player. Whew, the link up, everything. Distribution, Pablo Escobar. Oh man. Cartels must have had a ransom on his head and told him, if you don't score tonight, we're doing something to you. And he answered the call. Answered. Dominated. First half, we were all over them. They were under pressure like water in a dam. Pressure. We were cooking them. Blitzkrieg. Once more. It was beautiful, man. Vincent Kompany has found a way to get these players. I saw Upamecano pressing as a striker. When have you seen that? Our center backs were tracking their midfielders. We came in with cojones. We came in with balls. Ball sacks. Bruce Jenner balls. Dylan Mulvaney balls. We came in with balls, man. We came in with balls. We were calm. We made no mistakes. We punished them. With any mistakes they made, we were creating chance after chance. Serge Gnabry hit the post like twice, literally in the same shot. We were doing whatever we wanted to PSG. They couldn't cope with that pressure. That Bavarian sausage was just getting inserted inside them over and over again. There was baby oil and everything. We were diddling them. We diddled them, man. We diddled them in that first half. Then Luis Diaz said, all right, boys, I've done all this. I'm on a hat trick. I'm not going to score it. Scissor tackle. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere, we're down to 10 men. No more men. Manny man, wish death upon me. That's what the song that was ringing in my head, man. Manny man, wish death upon me. Blood in my eyes and I can't see. Oh my gosh, man. We went from 11 to 10 men. Then Vincent Kompany came up with a big plan in his KSI big forehead. He came up with a master plan. He was going to organize a team. Harry Kane would be a freaking false striker, false midfielder, false center. We played with a false four today. I don't know what Kane was doing. That man was in our box. He penetrated our own box more than he does his wife. He's on his 5th kid now, right? Joshua Kimmich, everybody, bro, they were playing the center backs, and our center backs might as well have been goalkeepers. We defended Atletico Madrid, Diego Simeone, Tocalaban, terrorismo. 45 minutes of terrorism. We terrorized PSG. It was a suicide mission. Either we go in and die or we taking you with us. And we took their soul. We snatched it. Grim Reaper. We snatched their soul. Wow. Let's talk about the first goal from Diaz. I'm going to get to the player ratings in a second. Because we got some players we got to give kudos to. Oh my gosh, the cojones. Jonathan Tah. That bag of cement at the back. I thought it was a bad thing that he was a bag of cement, but it's a good thing because he built a wall out of it. Tah, I was not familiar with your game. What a game from you. That's the best game I've ever seen from Jonathan Tah. And trust me, I have watched a lot of Leverkusen games when he was out there. He was a monster. D'ailleurs, Upa Mécano. That French, Upa Mécano, Upa Mécano. My gosh. My gosh, Upamecano, that strength. I don't know what they're feeding this guy. What fufu is he eating from, man? What egusi is he eating? I don't know if he's Nigerian. What is he eating? Upamecano was all over that PSG attack. Everywhere they touched, they would breathe and Upamecano would be there. Our defense was next level. Everyone was switched on. When those players were arguing in that tunnel with that referee, and he was like, it was because he came in from behind. Kane, I've never seen Kane argue. I don't think Harry Kane has ever argued. That shows the passion. Michael Elise, passion. Everybody was passionate. Super Meccano. Oh, that's a good one in the chat. You guys are... This is amazing. The Champions League is now ours to lose. We just defeated the champions in their home ground. They had a good team out. Their fans were singing. Like, bro, sing something else. They just be so predictable. Like, relax. You can, like, make different things with your voice. You don't have to sing the same song over and over again. These grown men, like, no shirts on with tats everywhere, like, freaking A, man. And then you know they're going home to beat their wives right now. Paris police need to be on the lookout for those PSG ultras, because I know the type of people they are. I know for a fact they be typing that monkey emoji when one of their black players misses a penalty, man. I know who we're talking about. Their wives are in trouble. They're in trouble, man. My gosh. Luis Diaz, that first goal in the 4th minute of the game was so crucial. Olise, it was well worked. We got him behind them. Olise missed. He could have scored But then I was like, oh my gosh. And then Diaz showed up, and I was like, this is his game. He's going to score this. And lo and behold, he scored it. Luis Diaz scored that. And then that second goal, again, our press was just working. We had no lag. Latency was zero. Every second they touched the ball, we were pressing them in that first half. Do not forget anything. We won that game in the first half. It's not that we, got by. No, we created chance after chance. Gnabry missed a chance. Olise might have missed another chance. We had an opportunity where we could have made it 3-0. Kane could have made it 3. We had a lot of chances in that first half, but the second half, Bayern embraced that inner terrorismo inside us, and we decided to hold it tight. Luis Diaz, I forgive you for that red card. If we lost the game after he got booked, I'd be sitting here like, you low IQ, and I'd be sitting here cooking him because I'd be angry. But Diaz, he took one for the team. He just wanted to test these players. Kompany and Diaz had a little chat before the game, and Kompany said, all right, bro, score your 2 goals, but I'm going to need you to get a red real quick because I need to see what these players are made of. And they're made of more minerals than Congo. Lithium, palladium, iron. These players had so much concentration. There was a moment where Upamecano cleared the ball and his teammates were coming over to yeah, and then Upa was staring down where the ball went, and I was like, he's switched on. He's locked in right now. He's not trying to redo a Man City where he makes mistakes. He made one bad pass, and that was it. That was his only error in that game. Okay, let's do these player ratings because that's what everyone is here for. Manuel Neuer, GOAT keeper. This guy, man, he made one save. I think that's more to do with the fact that Barcola is not a good finisher, but Neuer reacted strong. Neuer also got booked. What a captain's performance from Neuer, by the way. Guys, what a captain's performance from Neuer. That's what a captain does. Do you see how he kept the team engaged? How he did everything he could? He could have made that save, that João Neves shot. Neuer was he was this close. If he was 28 again, he would have made that save. But every other thing, he was switched on. He didn't allow anything through. 9 out of 10. GOAT keeper. Konrad Laimer. I'm not even gonna think of a different number. You're getting a 10 from me, boy. You're getting a 10 from me, the Aryan Prince of Munich. Oh my gosh. What a player. That guy's heat map covers the whole pitch. Laimer he didn't have consent to do what he did to Nuno Mendes tonight. No more Mendes. He didn't have consent. But I show speed, who gonna stop him? Because he was all over Nuno Mendes. Whoever they threw at Laimer, he dealt with them. Dealt with all of them. And you know what I like about Laimer? He is if I don't get him the first time, if I don't get this ball, I'm going to try it again. He doesn't give up. There were times where Kvaratskhelia would get the ball. Laimer's literally right next to him, balls in his face and everything. All Kvaratskhelia could do was get on his knees and baptize. Nah, I'm playing. But no, seriously, Laimer would be so close. And then Kvaratskhelia would chop the other way. Laimer back in front of him. It was that's how you defend a winger that wants to dribble. You just stay right there because you give him no space to make touches. Give him no time to think. No time. There was no Rolex out there. There was no. I actually don't know that many watch brands. That's crazy. No Cartiers. There was no time. That's kind of what I was trying to say. Anyways, Konrad Laimer gets a 10 from me. 10 out of 10 performance. Upamecano, 10 out of 10 performance. Actually, we'll give him a 9. He misplaced. Whoa. What just happened? Why is Upamecano's name? Oh, crap. I just messed up the team. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Give me a second, boys. Oh my gosh. I have. This is so. Such a. I'm so dumb. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? Where's Gnabry? Where's Stanisic? There we go. Okay. Neuer 9. Konrad Laimer 9. Upamecano 9. Okay, there we go. We did it well. 9 like no in German. He gets a 9 out of 10. Jonathan Tah 9 out of 10. My gosh, that was. I don't know how to describe it. This team just plays like they already know what's coming. They were so switched on. So I'll give him a 9. Stanisic. You know why I'll give Stanisic a 9? There was a moment where he managed to get the ball from Bischoff, who came off the bench. By the way, the trust in the manager to put Bischoff in a game like that and not like Kim and Jay right away. Hey, Tom Bischoff is going to be something special. Bischoff got the ball out in that second half at some point, and then Stanisic ran forward, took that ball, carried it, and only he and Olise were running forward because everybody else knew if we lose this ball, we need to be back to defend. And instead of like doing something stupid, Stanisic picked out Olise, and if Olise was Kane in that position, I think somehow there's a stronger chance of that being a goal. That proves Stanisic is a good player. Not that he wasn't before, but Pavlovic, 9 out of 10. Joshua Kimmich, I got to give Kimmich a 10. Here's why I'm giving Kimmich a 10. No, 9. He did lose the ball once or something like that. But here's the thing with Kimmich now. Kimmich, it seems like he understands his limitations. But what he's doing now that is so different from previous seasons and why we're ticking is Kimmich had a cramp. That's like he is now just doing things that just make sense now. He's not trying to overcomplicate it, trying to be Xavi, with chip balls. He'll just go straight to where he needs to go. He's wasting no time. But what do I mean by Kimmich had a cramp? When have you guys seen Kimmich ever go down with a cramp? But it was the 84th minute, and he knew we needed to waste time. So he just did the right thing. He just did it right then and there. I saw this guy bet over like, bro, what are you asking for? Like, you're inviting... like, he was doing this. I don't know if he was inviting his boyfriend Goretzka to do something, because we know Goretzka don't like women. But Kimmich was literally doing this. And I'm like, bro, that's not how you do. You have to, like, lay down and then lift your legs up, and then your teammate comes over and starts twisting it. But Kimmich today was everywhere. Every player we had or had on that field did what they were supposed to do. I saw Olise making tackles. I thought the nonchalance left him because Michael Olise was out here making tackles. He was out here focused. 9 out of 10. Gnabry, 9 out of 10. Not much to say. He got subbed off. He was the sacrificial lamb. The Vincent Kompany offered him up for sacrifice to bring on Bischoff at the start of the second half. Ooh, Lucho Diaz. Cartel Neymar. Oh my gosh, Pablo Escobar's cousin. Mi amigo. Mi amor. I love you today, Diaz. You could have cost us the game with your stupid scissor tackle. I think he was just excited to win the ball back in that moment. He was kind of like, better go for it or PSG are going to counter. We were already 2-0 up. Even if they did counter and score, we'd still be ahead. I think he was just caught in the moment. But here's why it was a red card, right? Because some people were saying, oh, it wasn't a red card. Okay, when he got a yellow, I was like, oh my gosh, like he should be really happy he got a yellow. And then the longer Hakimi stayed, the more I was like, oh my gosh, they're going to review it with VAR. And the moment they do, they're going to penalize him. If Hakimi didn't get injured and come off the field, if it didn't look that bad, it would have just been like, all right, well, unfair, not a great tackle, but we'll work with it. The referee already determined that. It was already a bad tackle as it is. But the moment Hakimi was injured, that's what pushed it over the line. And plus, he came in from behind that way. And, in the game when you're watching it and it happens, you're just like, all right, whatever. But then when you see the highlight, he didn't mean it, right? It's not like he was trying to, like, destroy Hakimi. Like, he didn't mean to do that. But it's just that his foot, like kind of as it was falling down, came down, like, on Hakimi's thigh or upper foot area. And then that twisted his ankle with the combination of where Hakimi's foot was already trapped. That was the problem. So it's a red card, but I think it's an unfair red card because you wouldn't have given that red card if the player wasn't injured. So the injury is what made it a red card eventually. But if Hakimi got up and said, all right, let's get on with it because we're 2-0 down, it's not like Hakimi would have been down there forever because his team was, down. But it just happens. It's unlucky. I hope they appeal it. I think we need a new rule in football, man. We need a new rule that says if it looks like a red or if it could be a red card, but is at least a yellow, the player gets to come off for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, or 5 minutes. And if it's the 85th minute of the game, then they would just come out for the rest of the game. But I feel like there has to be like a medium where it's like a red card to me is like he literally went and kicked him in the face or he elbowed him, like what Robert Andrich did against PSG actually, which is hilarious. These German teams just keep targeting PSG like this. But Andrich literally just elbowed somebody and it was very clearly a red card. No mistake about that. But Diaz didn't mean to do it like that, and it just came off that because of the way he landed, Hakimi got injured. So I think there needs to be a healthy balance. But, yeah, when Musiala's leg, he didn't get a yellow even. Yeah, but it's just the nature of referees. But with Musiala, I think Donnarumma had already gotten to the ball. It's just that the follow-through from Musiala, because Musiala was running at full pace, it just kind of got, like, ideally Musiala shouldn't have been going for that ball. It wasn't really a 50-50, but he was just so hungry to win the ball. Same thing with Diaz in this sense, but Diaz was on the other end where he went and put in the tackle because he wanted to win the ball. In Musiala's case, he wasn't ever going to get to that ball, and he went in and got injured. So it's kind of the other way around of how this occurred. It's not like Hakimi, hadn't gotten control of the ball. It's the opposite. So here is Kane. Give Kane an 8. I don't know, 9. Everyone deserves at least a 9 because that performance was something else. It was something special. Kane didn't really do much. I thought he was iffy on the ball in the first half because he was under a lot of pressure. PSG looked like they wanted to stifle his ability to link play. But with Kane, what it gave us was these PSG defenders didn't know who to pick up. Whereas like PSG's movements were picked up by our center backs. That's why Upamecano could be seen in their half. Like he was literally pressing their goalkeeper at some point because Kompany clearly told our midfielder, our center backs to track their attackers wherever they go. And then thoughts on Bayern's space. Hey, he disappeared, man. He disappeared. He's now at Liverpool or something. I don't know. He disappeared. But ladies and gentlemen, those are your ratings. Oh, bench players. Kim Min-jae came on, 8. Bischoff was the other sub. Goretzka, 8. Bischoff gets a 9 for me because, look, he got the yellow, but I thought we were in big danger of losing because Bischoff came on and got a yellow immediately. I was like, he just got a yellow, and they're going to be attacking us, and they're going to be targeting him. They're going to be trying to get him to do something else that gets in the referee's mind. And if he does 1 or 2 tackles like he just, or, interventions like that, he's going to get booked a second time and get sent off. And you know what? Bischoff just did not get any he didn't get heated. He kept his composure and finished out the game. These are games that build experience. They build trust within the team. Those players will trust each other. They're going to look at like each other and go, guys, we just went to one of the hardest stadiums to go to in the world against the European champions. We dominated them in 45 minutes. We went a man down, and with 10 men for 45 minutes, plus it was like really 50 minutes, 55 minutes, we were able to win 2-1. And the goal they scored was just it was more of like how well they crafted the goal as opposed to us making a mistake. We didn't put a foot wrong. No player made a mistake. There was a moment where I was like, this game, God is literally wanting us to win this game. Like, the football gods are looking down upon us. Upamecano almost, they did a cross, and Upamecano, if he touched it, would have been an own goal, certainly. But it just went to Neuer. He didn't touch it, and it was like, oh my gosh, what a relief. And it would have been 2-2, by the way. They had already scored before that. Yeah. What a hard-working performance. Kompany 10. If we went into that second half and were as negative as we were, and we still lost, I would have been giving Kompany like a 5. Because we would have all been like, come on, man, we should have still kind of gone for it. But Kompany did the right thing. There was nothing, he didn't put a foot wrong. The way we were tracking their runners, because you got to remember, PSG play like us. We are the most similarly matched teams in the world. Their fullbacks play like strikers, like ours do. Look at where Leimer was touching the ball in that first half. He was like in between their center backs. Like Kane was a midfielder. Like they move just kind of like how we do, and they try to control the game by suffocating the opponent in their own half. Very much like how we play. But Kompany just disrupted all of their plans by having our center backs track every run wherever it went. So if their midfielder tried to drop deep, you saw Upamecano or Jonathan Tah just go with them. And then you would see Pavlovic follow the third run. Because what PSG do is they do opposite movements. Like they attract you and then they move in the opposite direction with a player going into the space. But our midfielders were told, hey, you're going to pick up these runs because you're in a better position to see where they're coming from. The center backs are just seeing what's in front of them. Whereas they don't see what's like right there, like running behind them because they're getting dragged by this player. So he told our midfielders, because you know where this guy's going, follow him. So that's why you saw Kimmich in their half pressing them because he was following a run. But then on the other end, you'd see Pavlovic looking like a center back because of where he was positioned. And then you would see our fullbacks very much isolated, but it still meant like it was a man-to-man, like whoever you see that is free, go after them. And we did that. And that's why our press suffocated them and forced them to make mistakes. We've done that twice to big teams. Chelsea were suffocated like this. They couldn't move. Like, they couldn't play comfortably. Even when they played and got the ball to the other side, we would just shift over. We do something called rest defense. So our team pushes so high up, we defend higher. That's all we're doing. People might call it pressing. I don't call it that. I call it defending higher up the pitch because you bring your whole team and you're just defending spaces way higher. Whereas pressing is like you're running after the ball like maniacs. We were doing that under Kompany's first few games because he clearly wanted to get the team to do things that they weren't comfortable with doing previously. But now we no longer have to gung-ho and get the ball. We literally just defend in higher positions, and we position ourselves to where as soon as we get the ball, we're shooting very quickly. So what a game from Vincent Kompany. Our fans, honestly a 9. I mean, the PSG fans were louder, but it seems like the players were locked in, and so whatever the fans were doing worked. That's my logic. I think Hakimi is okay. He's injured for like 4 weeks. That's good. Yeah, I don't like injuries, man. Like, these are professionals. They like to play the game and be fit. But injuries suck, obviously. Look, what a game from the team. Lucho Diaz, 2 goals. And what I like about that performance is it wasn't luck. We completely earned that result. We earned everything about that. So, yeah, we earned it. Every single player was on it. So, But where did you see? Oh, Neuer was awarded man of the match. It would have been hilarious to give it to Lucho Diaz. Yeah, I think Neuer gets man of the match. You know why he's getting it? And because he was so. Why am I going to the? Yeah, there's no more players to match rate. Yeah, those are the match ratings. No one else came on, right? Soon, guys, we perform that way without Musiala and Davies. What happens when they come back? First of all, Gnabry's in the form of his life, so Musiala will have to kind of get back in the team. Luis Diaz just did that, so he's not going to be somebody you just drop. Olise, look, Olise did really well today, but what's going on with this guy and his? Is he just not wanting to dribble? You know, maybe he's just. Sometimes he's too smart for his own liking. Because in a game like this, you do need that reckless dribbling. And he got past Pacho once, and I was like, oh my gosh. And then Pacho just came back. I think Olise needs to work on that like 3-second explosion, where the moment you get away from a player, you just create some distance. It seems like he's too like nonchalant, literally. He'll dribble past someone and they'll recover because he doesn't push it and try to get to that. Even if you push it and it goes away from you, you'd rather that than just, have them come back and defend and take the ball from you. But anyways, the reason Neuer's getting man of the match is because, one, he made some really good, decent saves, decent stops. What people don't know is that Neuer never has to make like, oh my gosh, what a save. He's such a smart goalkeeper. There was a moment where Vitinha, like it was fast. It went to Varaskelia and then to someone. And then it was like pass to Vitinha. And then Vitinha immediately turned and picked out a shot, finesse shot, boom, like FIFA. And if it's most goalkeepers would not be able to read the situation. But Neuer literally just collected the ball. He was already there because as he understands space and how players are trying to manipulate his movements. And like most goalkeepers would have been rooted from a shot like that. You see it. Vitinha scores goals like that, where he gets it from the edge of the box, and it's a perfectly placed shot to the far corner. Like the goalkeeper should be in the near post when the team's orienting that way. He shouldn't be like knowing exactly where the player is going to shoot. So Neuer, that's why he's getting man of the match, because he was able to just position himself so well where good saves look like saves that, oh my gosh, like that was good goalkeeping. He was just that's why players say it's so hard facing Neuer, because he adjusts his body so well. Like he's such a complete goalkeeper. He's so complete. He could have made that save. 28-year-old Neuer would have definitely saved that shot, and people would have been like, "How did he save it?" Like he got like a finger to it, but his reaction just needed to be a split second faster. And it wasn't, because he's getting old. But even with age, he's showing class. I would have just given the man of the match to Diaz, though. But I understand why they gave it to Neuer. So, yeah. Joshua Kimmich covered 14 kilometers today. Pavlovic covered 14 kilometers. Our midfielders combined covered 28 kilometers. What is that in miles? Let me see. In miles. Bruh, these motherzuckers ran 17 miles combined. 8 miles each. 8.5 miles each. Do you guys know how hard it is to in 100 minutes? That's wild. That is insane. That is absolutely insane. When is our next Champions League game? I know there's an international break coming up. Couldn't come. Oh, actually, we play one more game next Saturday. Well, this Saturday against Union Berlin, and then there's an international break. It couldn't have come at a better time. Because we need to like rest and just chill for a little bit. We're playing Arsenal on the 26th, so in 3 weeks. It's going to be Arsenal's turn, and we're away at the Emirates, and they say Arsenal's the best defense in the world. If they give us the ball, we will do something to them. So don't worry, their time is coming. Kompany has changed my life, man. If Diaz doesn't get sent off, we win that game like 4-0. Absolutely. PSG Ant was crying. He was talking smack before the game. He's supposed to. I did ask him for us to do a match preview, but he said no. I don't know why, if he was too busy or something. But I went on one of his videos, and the whole comment section was, "You should do a collab." And it's like, all right, whatever. Are you posting more vids in the future? Yeah, we're posting videos every day almost. It's hard to do it sometimes because, like in the international break. By the way, I bought Gerd Muller in EAFC 26. I bought Gerd Muller. So in my ultimate team, Musiala got benched for Gerd, and Gerd scored like 4 goals in his first game for me. What a frickin' player, man. They finally made Bayern players good in that game. I'm not doing no career mode, man. It's too boring. I don't like career mode. It's too like fake. Like what we literally bought Pedri in the save we made. Imagine Neuer plays in the World Cup. Germany would be wise to try to get him back. Like the World Cup is like what? At least 3 games if you get to, and then it would be like 6 games or 7 games or something like that if you're going to the final. Neuer can definitely play 6 or 7 games for Germany at a high level in the summer after the season with Bayern. But I'm gonna say this now, and you guys might call it jinxing, but the Champions League is now ours to lose. We now have the onus to go and do everything. We just beat the champions in their stadium with their best team out. They had every player they needed. They can't, like Nuno Mendes, Hakimi, Pacho, like Marquinhos, like their captain, their best goalkeeper, their best midfield, and maybe João Pedro or Neves was on the bench. And Dembele, I hope Dembele's fine. He did. I don't know why they started him. You should just let him rest. But that's how they thought the game was important. Farmers League champs cooking, proud Bayern fan, Mia and Mia. Yeah, it's funny because on Twitter these Prem fans are like, "Oh, it's a Farmers League, and Bayern are playing a Farmers League." It's like we both rested our teams for this game. Do you guys just not rest? Like you see Man City rest players, and they still win. We rested our players and we won. And I'd say that resting players is how you get the most out of them. And guess what? More points separate first in the Prem and second than first in the Bundesliga and second place. Leipzig are 5 points behind us. The team behind Arsenal are like 6 points behind them. So it seems like the Prem is lower quality in terms of competitiveness at the top. And every season, all the other teams suck. That's why, like almost every Prem season is, unless it's Man City winning it, but usually it's just City not playing well and less of the team winning it actually performing super well. But anyways, you only come out if we win or lose huge. Yeah. No, look, we've been back on the channel consistent for 2 months now. Yeah, 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. Yeah, 2 months. Yeah, since the start of the season. Almost every game, well, actually every game, I have done a match reaction. Paphos, like, come on, like every single game. Well, it's just because you haven't seen the channel on the recommended, but now you should. Do a collab with Bayern buddies. Don't know who. Well, I know who they are, but I don't know them in that sense. But yeah, I'd love to. We need as many Bayern channels as possible because I'm not lazy. I'm too busy. But like, it would be better if Bayern had 50 channels. You know, just making as much content as possible. Because we need to get the PR in this league higher. But yeah, that's why everyone needs to go subscribe to not Bayern Space. I'm like, it's out of my mind. Oh my gosh, I forgot Forgot the channel name I'm talking about. What is that channel name? Okay, so Bayern Buddies is one, of course. Oh my gosh, chat, I'm cooked. You guys can help me out. What's that other Bayern Fan channel? Yeah, Bayern Fan TV. Is that it? Oh my gosh, I've literally done collab. Like, it's just one of those things. The Bayern View. Oh yeah, Bayern View. Yeah, go subscribe to all these channels. Make sure you're, constantly watching them. Because if we can get as much content buzzing about Bayern, then that's it. That's it. Like a club like Bayern should be rivaling Arsenal Fan TV, you know. But you got me over here, and I'm just not consistent enough. And then you have other guys, and they're they need support, because the moment they can probably make money, like, because I do this out of passion, but if the other channels make some money and they see real income from viewership, then yeah, they're gonna pump out content. It's gonna be fun. That's how we make things fun. But anyways, thank you everyone so much for watching. What a game. Hit the like button if you haven't. What a game. Love the performance. Off it, someone said. Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go. Oh, Zero Talks. Yeah, Zero Talks. Yeah, go subscribe to him. Yeah, I did a show with him on the Bayern View. Well, I was on an episode of the Bayern View with him, and he did a watch along. You guys have to stop asking me to do watch alongs, because I'm not going to do it. I like watching the game without you guys cooking me in the comments. I enjoy. Plus, the watch alongs make the games feel so long. And imagine the heart attacks I would have been having if I had to watch that live on camera. Like, I was literally shaking in those like final 10 minutes. I was like, I would cover my eyes at certain points, count like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then be like, all right, 5 seconds gone. Like, I was literally counting down. I've never wanted a game to end faster than I wanted that one. But thank you everyone so much for watching. Mia, and peace.